know he's not going to say anything. Well, what do you think about the game, Marshawn? Are you gonna? You know I'm here. Well, Marshawn, do you think you're going to run for over 200 yards? You know I'm here. I mean, the media is just as stupid. I mean, if they were really smart, they just ignore him. He'd be like the second string special teams guy that nobody knows. Right?
Yeah, but
am I right?
Trips. It's like a whole ego thing for the media.
Well, of course.
You know, and every time he gets fined, don't think that those guys who ask him questions that he burns, they totally get off on that. They there's no way they don't. Because the media is a bunch of assholes for the most part.
Pretty much. Yeah.
You know, and I get it. It's part of his job. He's accessible to the media, but only to a certain extent. You don't see NBA guys really getting fined too much. Derrick Rose gives a pretty uncomfortable and awkward interview in the locker room after a loss or a win, you know?
Yeah, but that's different. I mean, this is calculated.
I'm just saying, the media, the way that the media in the NFL, what they expect of the players. You know, he's smart because he's kind of messing with them and sticking it to him, and he doesn't care if he gets fined. Joining
us in the man cave, Danger Davis, late. Why are you late?
I was busy.
What? No, that's not.
I'm here now.
No, that's not a proper excuse. You hear this? Do you hear this, Huggy?
It was my day off.
Yeah,
Don't judge me.
It's hold on. It's your day off and you're late?
I'm sorry.
That's kind
but no, as far as the whole...
Heather doesn't even have to be here till 11 o'clock, and she got here before you.
You're making me look bad.
I had to fill in for you. What's wrong with you?
But no, they did a little on NFL. I was on the app earlier today, and they did a mashup of how many times he said it. But I think this was the first day. This one when he was when it wasn't you know why I'm here. It was I'm here so I don't get fined. 29 times. 29 times. And
the best one was after one of the playoff wins when they had Marshawn Lynch in it was the last game of the season. And they won to get home field advantage in a bye. And he was in the locker room, and a reporter asked him a question. He goes, "Thank you very much for asking that question. Thank you very much for asking that question." That's all he said. Thank you very much for asking that question. Now, the story about why he's treating the press like this and is totally understandable to me. And of course, Matt has got to call him a thug. All right, Matt. He's all butthurt because his Green Bay Packers or his Bears. Well, he's all butthurt because his Bears didn't even show up this season. But anyway, he's not a Packers fan. His sister, I think, or one of his family members is. But when he was playing for New York, was he playing for New York? Who was he playing for?
Buffalo.
Yeah, when he was playing for Buffalo, an incident happened. I think he was either driving drunk or something happened.
Marshawn Lynch?
Yeah.
Huh.
And the press in Buffalo just took him to task. I mean, they were very unkind.
Mm-hmm.
And then it came out later that a lot of the stuff that was being said in the press wasn't accurate.
Oh, so there were a whole bunch of false allegations against him.
Yeah, so
they
dumped on him, and then it came back that he really didn't. He didn't do what they say. You know, I'm paraphrasing here because I only heard the story once, and I can't remember if it was a car accident involving a woman or something happened where the press came out, just drug him over the coals, and then it came out that the press was wrong, and then no one said, "Look, hey, we're sorry. We said this about Marshawn Lynch, and it came to not be true." They just kind of went on to something else that the press does, because they don't admit they're wrong unless it's going to make them money. And so that's why, ever since then, that's why he doesn't want to talk to them. He don't want to be around them. Screw them.
Yeah.
Which I totally get, because he has had interviews on talk shows with sports talk shows, and he's just fine.
Yeah. Like Kenny Mayne. He gets along really well with Kenny Mayne.
Yep, Kenny Mayne and Rick Eisen. Rick Eisen had a good interview with him last year. After their last one, and yeah, he's on. See, he's on ESPN right now.
Yep,
he's on ESPN right now. Marshawn Lynch, and you know why
I'm here.
You know I'm here.
I like the one whenever, I think maybe, I can't remember which game it was. It was after a playoff game. And he's wearing like the gold windbreaker with the whole face mask and the hat with the wings. He's wearing like all black and gold. And they start asking him questions, and he's just so like, "Hey, Marshawn, like you really like Skittles as much as they say?" And he just turns around and he's like, "Really, y'all? We're gonna try this again? Y'all want to try this again?" Like he's just like, "Come on, man, seriously?" He's like about to walk out and then catch him. And he's just like, really? Y'all want to try again? Y'all want to try again? Y'all really want to do this? Okay. All right, let's do this. Y'all can try again. He's just like, you're going to get the same stuff, so just knock it off.
Yeah, I think it's brilliant.
$100,000 or $500,000.
Yeah, he's making millions. That's nothing. That's like chump change. And you know, what I found out too is that when a player gets fined an amount of money, it just doesn't go to the league. The player actually can suggest a benevolent society or someplace that they can donate that money to. And so every time he gets fined, he just gives it to his. He's got an inner city youth program, I think that he runs, which is really big in Seattle, and it was big in. It helps a lot of kids, and all that money goes to us. So he's like, yeah, whatever, $10,000, not a problem. You want that? You want that in cash? I got it in my wallet. I still got enough to go buy a car. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, he's an interesting character. He's kind of like the stick it to the system guy right now.
And he's becoming a legend. He's becoming a legend.
Yeah.
And I think it's calculated. I think it's a business move. I think it's a show, and I think in the end he's going to have the last laugh. I think he's a smart businessman. From everything I've heard about him, he gives back to the community. So guys that do that, the players that give back a lot to the community, and they're out in the community meeting people and talking. I know Drew Brees is real big on that in New Orleans. He walks down the street with his wife. Mm-hmm. And he's very active in the youth leagues there, and he donates a lot of money. You know, those guys are smart. Those guys are setting up for the future. When he leaves the NFL, he's not going to work another day in his life unless he wants to.
Well, yeah, and if he works, he's going to be a figurehead for some of these organizations. He's going to basically he'll basically end up running and being the spokesperson for said nonprofit organization. And everybody in the world will love him. Oh, yeah, Drew Brees is really good. And Dominican Sue actually donated more money spent most of his paycheck towards donation to nonprofit organizations than anybody else in the league.
And he does a lot.
He's a monster, but he donates a lot.
He does a lot for the inner city in Detroit too. He does a lot of youth programs in Detroit, and he's really active in the community. And like I said, if he's playing in the wrong era. You know, back in the 70s, he'd be kindergarten. Everybody on the team would be going, man, are you going to start playing or what? That's all you did is step on him?
Step it up, boy.
You should have punched him while he was punched him in the ear hole. I mean, even when I played in high school, man, you get in the bottom of that pile, there's the jamming you in the Adam's apple, and you stick your finger in the ear hole and rattle it around. And we had a game where there was snow, so we'd get down on the ground, we'd scoop up a bunch of snow and slam it in their face and stuff. I mean, it was, underneath the pile in a football game, there's, a lot of stuff going on, a lot of monkey business.
No holds barred.
That was high school. That wasn't even NFL. You can imagine the NFL. That was tough. Well, good deal. Hey, let's take a quick break. You can stick around for the last segment, Huggy?
Oh, yeah, I'll stick around.
All right. So let's take a break. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by e24.com. Put your zip code in their phone app that you can get off the Google Store or the iPhone app. Put that in there. Find out where a restaurant is near you, and they'll deliver food right to you. It's expanding. It's going to be all over the nation. Keep checking them out. Maybe help them. Maybe suggest some restaurants in your area if they're not there yet, and get them set up. Also, Centex Computers Hutto, the official computer store and computer gurus for On the Air with Mike Allen. and the Armed Radio Global Network. We'll be right back after these messages. I'm Mike Allen. This is Armed Radio, and you are on the air.
Night Talk with Joe Rocks. 10 p.m. Eastern, Thursdays, is now on Ustream TV. Spreaker for replays and live. On Live 365, exclusively on Armed Radio Global. Attention World of Tanks gamers. Armed and its affiliated divisions are recruiting entire clans and tankers. Armed, the largest and most progressive gaming community on the World of Tanks gaming platform. Now on 3 servers. To join, visit www.armedtanks.net or #NeedAToaster. Toast that, bitches.
Hi! Now I know you hear Joe Rocks on their weekly restaurant reviews on Night Talk, 10 p.m. Eastern. And boy, these two like to eat. Right, boys? Well, here's something to review right from your house. Eat24. That's right, Eat24.com. With over 25,000 restaurants for you to choose from when you're hungry. Many in your area. So review that, boys. Eat24.com. Click, order, and eat. Eat24.com.
Hi, Tom here from Spot On with Lino and Tom. Tune in for some topical discussion and laugh therapy with Lino and me. I'll be covering my favorites like Weird News of the Week and what I'm liking on Netflix, the next best gadget, and whatever else comes to mind.
We both have our own interests. I love recording on the latest movies being filmed here in Boston, checking out new musical talent, and just talking to people.
We'll also be featuring segments such as on-the-spot interviews where Lynn and I venture out and ask questions of our listening public.
That's my favorite part. Besides hanging out with my buddy Tom. Now that's the icing on the cake. And cake. I love talking about cake. We love talking about everything. So tune in Monday nights from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern right here at Armed Radio Global.
Ever have a computer issue that you can't figure out? Is your computer running slow, locking up, or giving you the blue screen of death? Now you have a store that not only can diagnose your rig, but if needed, upgrade that tired old workhorse. Centex Computers in Hutto is equipped not only to fix your computer, but give you an honest analysis of what needs to be fixed. Let's face it, your home computer is not only convenient, it's essential for your home or your office to stay in touch in this new virtual world. Now you have a place to take your computer for honest and reliable service. Visit www.centexcomputers.com for locations and times. Centex Computers Hutto is the official computer experts for On the Air with Mike Allen.
Route 106 Motors is the home of fine pre-owned vehicles. Experience a no-pressure sale with a family-friendly atmosphere. Route 106 Motors has been practicing the same simple philosophy of low prices for over a decade, and it has brought us great success. Recently, while other dealers are closing their doors, Route 106 Motors is expanding. We are a wholesale dealer, and we own the property and pay cash for all the vehicles. This allows us to sell to the consumer for a lot less than the average dealership. We are a high-volume, small-profit dealer, and we pass the savings on to you. New changes have been made at Route 106 Motors. Stop by and check out our brand-new building. Route 106 Motors, located at 569 West Street. Check our website at route106motors.com and be sure to like us on Facebook to find out about all the latest deals and savings opportunities. route106motors.com.
Is your wife wicked hot? Or is she just cold? Do you just want to take a hot shower? Call Savino Mechanical for all your heating, hot water, and cooling needs. Savino Mechanical has been servicing Greater Boston and Southern New Hampshire for over a quarter century. Quality 24-hour service, reasonable rates, satisfaction guaranteed, licensed and insured. And remember, at Savino Mechanical, we are not comfortable until you are. Call Savino Mechanical today at 1-855-624-4280. That's 1-855-624-4280. Savino Mechanical.